As the day dawned, the fate of Europe hung in the balance. Remember yesterday when Britain and France issued their ultimatum to Germany? They demanded that Hitler's troops immediately withdraw from Poland. On this Saturday, that ultimatum was still in effect, and the world held its breath, waiting for a response that never came. Germany simply ignored it, continuing its brutal advance into Poland. In London, Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain addressed the British House of Commons. The mood in the chamber was electric. Lawmakers and the public alike expected him to announce an immediate declaration of war. But instead, Chamberlain's speech was surprisingly cautious. He spoke of ongoing negotiations with France and said they were still waiting for a German reply. This hesitation was met with shock and fury from many, including members of his own Conservative Party, who felt he was repeating the failed policy of appeasement. The famous anti-appeasement politician Leo Amery reportedly shouted at Chamberlain, "Speak for England," a moment that captured the public's impatience and frustration. While diplomats talked, the war on the ground in Poland was anything but silent. The German blitzkrieg continued to tear through the country's defenses with terrifying speed. The German panzer divisions advanced, encircling key Polish military forces and capturing more territory. The Polish army, despite fighting with incredible bravery and determination, was being pushed back relentlessly. One of the key battles of this day was the Battle of the Polish Corridor, a strategic piece of land that separated mainland Germany from East Prussia. The German forces pushed to close the gap, and Polish soldiers fought desperately to hold them back. It was a day of intense fighting, showing the immense physical cost of Germany's aggression. Cities continued to be bombed, and the civilian population, already in a state of chaos and fear, tried desperately to flee the fighting. The international picture also became clearer on September 2nd, one of the day's most significant developments came from Italy. Benito Mussolini, the fascist leader and Hitler's ally, made a formal announcement that Italy would remain non-belligerent for the time being. This was a massive surprise. Germany and Italy were members of the Axis and were expected to fight together, but Italy's military was not ready for a large-scale war, and Mussolini hoped to gain a position of power by staying out of the fighting for a while. This decision left Germany fighting alone on its Western Front for now. The United States, meanwhile, maintained its position. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's government again officially declared its neutrality, a position that reflected the strong anti-war sentiment among many Americans who did not want to be drawn into another European conflict. So, by the end of September 2nd, the situation was still suspended in a terrible state of limbo. Germany was clearly not backing down. The British and French governments were under immense pressure to act, but had not yet made the ultimate declaration of war. The silence from Germany was a loud and clear message: they would not retreat. The world was standing at the edge of a precipice, and it felt like it was just a matter of hours, not days, before it would fall into the abyss of a global conflict. This day was a dreadful, anxious wait for millions of people. It was the last full day of peace for much of Europe before a 6-year conflagration would officially begin. And that's September 2nd, 1939. Tomorrow, on September 3rd, the ultimatum's deadline will finally pass, and Britain and France will have to make a choice. Will they follow through on their threat to declare war, or will they allow the invasion to continue? Find out tomorrow as we cover the pivotal events of Day 3. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you found most interesting about this anxious day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.